My Kavan and Melonin and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. Welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on with our restarted Gundabad campaign. Yes, restarted, that's what the word means. Means starting again. We're on episode 3, and I thought I'd bring you 3 episodes this week because it has restarted, so it's technically new, so I thought I'd bring you 3 rather than 2 Ardenaim and 2 Gundabad. We, of course, are soon to attack Khazad-dum. I do hope to fight in Khazad-dum, and I appreciate many people would like to see the battle map, but equally, I'm not going to get half of my army massacred just to show off a battle map, I'm afraid. We have fought in Khazad-dum before, I'm sure. Our army in Litash, however, will move over and take Khazad-dum as soon as possible as we continue on our route to crush Angmar. But I think we're at an end turn at the moment. I was sending these guys out to build towers. And we could do with getting some more forces heading over. In a couple of turns we'll have some more archers. Oh, and more troops coming from Berzical. So we'll just hold on for a few moments and then we'll send some more troops over. So at the end moment we'll end the turn.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Oh, I'll take trade routes from you, please.
This seems quite
Thank you.
reasonable.
And how about I give you my map information and you make me even just a small donation to the coffers of the Kingdom of Gundabad. 500 gold coins.
You hold us at ransom.
Well, that
Thank
seemed
you.
fruitful. Farewell.
Of course, lots is being done to Angmar at the moment, and as I say at the moment, I mean literally right now. Hummingbird is working on the models, and I'm assisting with some coding bits and bobs, getting the roster ready, which for other factions where we've overhauled them, Hummingbird has done himself, so I'm assisting this time, actually doing something rather than nothing, which is what I frequently do. So Angmar is being changed. Now, one of the big changes, or not big changes, but one of the changes of the Angmar overhaul is that in your version, when 2.3 actually comes out, you will either be only able to get a very small number of Ruadau men once Angmar is defeated, or alternatively you will get none. There's been much talk and debate and discussion, with many people siding on the side that you should not get any Ruadau units as Gundabad at all. However, I personally think you should still get Gundabad units because I'm really Ruadau units, sorry, because I really like Ruadau. And as I say, others think you shouldn't get any Ruadau units. Oh, we're out of money. End the turn again. So it'll be really a war of words and who wins. But of course, because Angmar have to be defeated for you to even get to the Men of Ruadau, I think it's an excellent incentive to attack Angmar, which is something that doesn't happen very much in DaC, certainly in normal, the normal version, i.e. the non-Total War version, that an evil nation is so evil that it takes on everyone, not just the good nations in inverted commas. And I really like that, and having some incentive to attack Angmar is brilliant in my opinion. The alternative, of course, is just to walk through Angmar's lands and ignore them completely and attack the dwarves on the other side, and then you'll always have this big red splodge dividing your empire, and I don't like that. And I like the fact that defeating Angmar actually awards you with some of these units that otherwise you will never have in your army, and so I am going to strongly suggest, i.e. basically put my foot down, and keep some Ruadau units in the Gundabad roster, but because the roster is being changed so substantially anyway, the units you actually get will probably vary wildly from what you'll see in this campaign. Right, they're coming at us with essentially their trash, kind of trash if used in the wrong way, trash, and 1 unit of middle, early mainstream, sorry, not even middle tier. Agendour, of course, is very good, and he comes with Temple Wards, so he will be challenging, but the rest of their units pretty much match for match for us. I've already saved it, but I'm going to save it again because I always get really paranoid. Right, now this won't be fought in Khazad-dum. We'll be on the plains outside of Khazad-dum, I think. So, sorry. And if we kill everyone and win, we'll take Khazad-dum without ever seeing the walls. But they might attack us again, so they might attack us in Khazad-dum, so we can always fight again then. Oh, what a lovely hill. What a lovely hill. Where's the best point, though? It's good to fight on the steep slopes, but the steep slopes don't really face... Oh, no, they do. But they'll just curl around the top, that's the problem. The AI is not utterly stupid. They're stupid, don't get me wrong, but they're not utterly stupid. See, trying to get them to fight over on this bit would be the best, but I don't think we could get them to, and they'd come round here. So I think our best bet is to take this hill here, to be honest. It's relatively hillish. Or just even where we are right now will do, really, won't it? It's just you always, as I say, want to fight on the slope. So we'll fight here, we'll fight here. Right, so line up our defensive line. Defensive line. Line up our garbage who's have come here to die this day. See, again, whilst this looks like we're in winter, we're actually really in summer, so the red dots aren't going to show up. Archers take position atop the hill. Fire at anything and everything. Oh, he just said my arm is itchy, didn't he? Yes! We finally get to hear it. And we'll have our javelins in the line behind, ready to pepper the enemy. You guys go up on that top side and flank down. Yeah, I think that works. I don't know, maybe the whole army should move back a bit so that we're more atop the hill. Oh, it doesn't work on the hill. It's changing our army composition. Oh, I hate trying to find the best point on a hill to fight. And now I've grouped everyone together and we're basically just starting again. Snow Oaks! In your positions. Javelins. See, look, we can't line them up along the back there. That's annoying. There's something somewhere in the way. Ah, it's that side there. There we are. Get them all to go over there then. You guys go there, and then you three top the hill. But then are you firing? Yes, no, there we are. That works. That works. Ideally, these would be here. Oh, there we are. Yeah, that'll have to do. And then I can move you forward in a moment. I'm sure I'll be able to. Right, let's just start this thing. And there's our hated foe. Ah, perfect. They're coming up that hill. Move them over there. Speed it up. And let it begin. Did they have anything that will throw or shoot anything at us? I can't remember. No, not by the looks of it. No, indeed. Nary an archer between them. What about you guys? Oh, they're javelins. And that's it. And there's Agendaur himself. And there actually is Agendaur. Right. Hold this line, brave sons of Gundabad. As the enemy dances towards us, do not be taken in by their sultry movements. They can't even see us. All they can see is the arrows coming over the crest of that hill. Massacring them. Oh, even the javelins are getting involved, apparently. No, they're not. Yeah, there we go. Move into positions. Right, the enemy is not coming for the full army.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
So we could move the units into positions. No, don't do that. You guys go and hit them. Yeah, that's not a problem. You guys come over here. General with you. Oh, what are the wargs doing? Wasting themselves. Charging through their own line. Ugh, they're so stupid.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
So we lost the hill advantage there, but we'll keep the enemy tied and we'll flank around the side. Take down those hillmen. Keep on those halberdiers. Oh no, go for those hillmen. Have we all thrown javelins? Oh, I never charged them in and now they're being attacked. Go and help them. Temple wards coming for our general by the looks of it. Need to shut them down. Charge in there. Come on. Flanking around. No one on defensive mode, please. Be free. Fly, fly. Yeah, look, they've got our general. Move in to assist our great leader. Although, really, he is the best unit to deal with the temple wards. So, in many ways, that's good, to be honest. Come round here. Come round here.
Only half the enemy force remains.
They're fighting back very well, but our army in the middle is coming. We should be able to surround. Yes. It's going rather well. Oh, you're still up on that hill over there. Are you fighting anyone anymore? No, they're not. I think the Temple Wards are the only unit left. Yes, they are. There's a bloody lot of them, though. Oh, and Hillmen that are standing by Akandao fight on. What an unceremonious way for Akandao to die, though, really. Utterly surrounded by just very scum that he thought to come here and control. Oh, did I just see that correctly? And down he goes as the last fighting man. End the battle. That's a complete victory. Total and utter victory. 235 Snow Scouts. See, there we go. I wasn't even paying attention to the archers, and they still managed to get more kills than anyone else. I wasn't really paying attention to anything, as is probably quite evident. The battle side flummoxes me every time. I'm too slow, really. Too casual. Too slow. Not really interested enough in the outcomes. I much prefer the Empire aspect. But, having said that, I like the fact that the battles are there as well. It feels like one complete whole. Whereas games such as, and many people will disagree with me, Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings, which of course are more, well, Crusader Kings is like personal family, isn't it? But Europa Universalis is very much an empire builder, but without the battles, and that's what I don't like. Oh, I didn't need to do that because they share the same culture as us. Ah, idiots. Now we should get a little message pop up now.
The enemy!
The Angmarim, there we are. Khazad-dum, one of the greatest fortresses in the north, is now in the hands of the greatest armies in the north. The pitiful remnants of the old witch realm were easily scattered and now turned to fight with their new masters. Our army grows as we snowball through these lands in Melkor's name. Damn right we do. And we should be able to immediately train some of their forces. Yes, we can. Ah, the Witch Realm Pikemen we don't. We have to wait. That's an oversight on my part. They should be free and available straight away too. Now, they like us an awful lot here. We don't get anything out of that, so get rid of that. Oh, that was something, a theory to test. Apparently, if you press Alt-S, it mutes the in-game sound. Ah, yes, it does. But then, because S is also moved down, it doesn't then turn it back on again. Oh, no, there we go, it does. Oh, brilliant. Well, hopefully the sound hasn't just stopped, because the last 15 minutes of this video will be terribly boring for you. What should we build? What should we build? What should we build? Carpenter's Hut. I mean, we've already got everything that we'd want from here, really. We've just got to wait for our recruitment to roll around. To roll around? To roll around! Let's get some archers. Merge those that can be merged. I don't know what the retraining is all about. Is there a guild here? That's experienced troops trained here, but they've already all got experience, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, really. But our army elsewhere is coming together. Only one more turn until those wargs are ready, and the army there stands ready. So
Get ready for fighting. Objective complete.
we can move on Shadoon with our secondary army.
No
Surely.
sleeping here. Get ready for fighting. No
Might as well
sleeping
take the lot,
here.
to be honest.
Come on.
Let's just throw everything at Angmar.
Completed an objective. Get ready for fighting.
We've got a general in Berzikul. We've got a general in Mount Gundabad. I want those wargs though, so they're coming with me. Retrain those. Can't retrain anything there. Retrain what we can here and end the turn. Ah, this is already out of position. Brilliant! Khazad-dum is ours. Apologies that you didn't get to see the battle map. Maybe Angmar will strike back. Maybe this is going to show that Angmar are, unfortunately, very, very susceptible to a sneaky backstab from someone they thought would be their allies. Because Khazad-dum is gone, Agendour is dead, the garrison in Shadoon is virtually non-existent. They've not been able to muster enough forces to really threaten the army we sent against them. And now they're going to be begging me for a ceasefire by the looks of it.
We
Yes.
bring you a message this day, not war.
I'm sorry,
Please
friends,
no
but Sauron, and by extension our great and merciful Lord Melkor, demands only the finest and strongest, and you have been found considerably wanting. We've had a child born. Dorwinion and Rune are at war. We are very early in the game, aren't we?
Listen up. Get ready for.
You lot can maybe come on after, actually, because the other army's pretty much ready to go, so... Leave the goblins. No, because they're not free upkeep. Leave... They're 217 and 190.
Come on. Regroup, you louds.
And that army will join you in Shadoon in 3 turns. Excuse me, sorry. Everywhere's building something, isn't it? Yeah. Right, the Khazad-dum army. What to do, where to go, who shall we fight against? Angersul is over there. That's the most logical next step. Of course, soon though, by replacing Angmar, we will be fighting the dwarves. We do not want to make that happen sooner than absolutely necessary. So let's leave behind again trash, really, please. 53 of them, 126 of them. Do they hate me? Oh no, look, they're loving it. They welcome their new overlords.
Get ready for fighting.
Why wouldn't they? We're considerably more powerful than the fools that were once leading this place. Build another town there then.
Objective complete.
Chase them down! Chase them all down! We do genuinely have to be really cautious. It's great that we're killing Angmar so easily and so quickly, but Ered Luin are going to be tough. And Ered Luin are just on the other side of Angmar, I should expect by now. And if they aren't, the Northern Dunedain are, and the Northern Dunedain are tough as well. And if this is one of those weird and special moments where Imladris feels that they should come forth from the Hidden Valley and actually take part in the world, then we also have Imladris to the south. But of course, that's really rare. It does happen though, so we do need to be careful.
Is that what you want? Listen up.
Join with him. Mirkwood and Dorwinion are at war, and Ardenheim and Khand are allies.
Pick your feet up. Kill them all.
Angsul. It's only a castle. It means their capital is somewhere else. Is it Shadoon? Yes, it is. There we are. Where Snagga the General and Malgash stand ready to try and defend against us, but they shan't succeed, of course. For it is folly to defend against the orcs of Gundabad. We're doing alright, actually, really, aren't we? Oh, snow orcs in Litash. Yes, please. Excuse me, sorry. I should have had a drink of water, and I've not. That's stupid. Very, very silly. I'm going to have some breakfast when this finishes, if you're interested. You're almost certainly not, but I'm telling you anyway. I'm going to have breakfast, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy my Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Clusters chocolate curls. Other cereals are available, but these ones are particularly tasty, and they're going to constitute my lunch and my breakfast, because who doesn't love having breakfast for every meal of the day? Raise your hand. No one raised their hand, obviously, because everybody loves breakfast. I do. Further points on Angmar, by the way, if you've read the Total War Centre posts now and seen the kind of roster we're going for with the Iron Crown units, the Angmarim units, and, of course, the Rudauer. Isengard and Enedwythe are at war, and Orc units. is that Angmar will get trolls, but we've not yet discussed whether or not they will get just cave trolls or just mountain trolls. Not mountain trolls. That's because I'm going to talk about mountain trolls in a moment. Or just snow trolls. In any event, Carn-dum, Litash, and Berzikul are no longer troll training regions. So playing as Angmar, you will need to go to the Etten Moors to get your trolls, regardless of what troll type we select. Now, I'm leaning very, very heavily on Angmar getting the same as Gundabad, so only snow trolls. And then that way, cave trolls are Misty's thing, and Isengard and Mordor's thing, and then Mordor obviously also get Olokai, and Isengard get cave trolls upgraded to look like Isengard trolls, which works. Tested it this morning, because those changes were done this morning, by the way. The Trolls of the White Hand have gone. They cease to be. They no longer exist. They aren't part of our game any longer. But the upgraded cave trolls do look exactly like they look, so it's absolutely fine. Now, the point on the cave trolls is that by going through the roster, now that we're getting down to the point where we really are running out of spaces, various things are being done to save spaces. One such thing I did this very morning is that every human nation in the game now uses the same ballista model and catapult model. So previously there were 3 catapults and 3 ballistas spread amongst the humans, just so that the crews could look different. But I think that's a really minor point, and given that we do have a 500 unit limit, it was worth sacrificing that small bit of diversity to ensure that we can actually just get more units into the game. Because I'm sure you'll all agree, at the end of the day, you're not really bothered what the person who is governing or commanding your catapult or your ballista looks like. Right, we're going in. So that saved 4 spaces, which is brilliant. Now the other one is that at the minute there are 2 types of trolls that are almost identical, and they're called mountain trolls and cave trolls. Cave trolls are trained by the Misty Mountains, Angmar, Gundabad, not Gundabad I don't think. Possibly Gundabad. I can't remember what we did with their trolls. No, they only get snow trolls, don't they? Cave trolls are for the Misty Mountains and for Angmar at the moment, and then obviously Isengard. And mountain trolls are available for Mordor only, and they're kind of cave trolls that obviously live on top of the mountain rather than under it. That is their whole being. That's everything we know about them. And to me, to be honest, again, this feels like the kind of catapult ballista thing, where does it really matter that one faction has a troll that's above ground and the other has one that's underground, but essentially they are identical units, because I think it is a waste of space and would rather just have a simple troll, and that is the unit that everyone gets, and then the different troll type is Olokai and Dol Guldur and Snow, and then those are your differentiations, your differences, because that would save us a space as well. And at this time we are really all about saving a space. Right, we're in. Archers, feel free to start firing. Javelins. The one good thing about assaulting an orc battle map, or not the one good thing about assaulting an orc battle map, sorry. Yes, the one good... Yeah, no, that is the word I mean. Obviously, orc battle maps are very, very basic, but they're designed to be so. But from a defender's point of view, they're horrible, because they're really, really hard to defend. And from an attacker's point of view, though, they are a blessing, because you don't get shot at. They have no towers, which is brilliant. It means you can completely harass the enemy without any fear of rebuke, counter. I like them, don't get me wrong. This is exactly what I think an orc town would be like. They would be just garbage. They'd be trash. They wouldn't build fortifications that they were to outlast their enemies. They would build ramshackle tents with crappy little wooden walls, and that basically, in truth, in real life, if you will, if the orcs were going to lose the town, they'd just run away, and really then they've lost nothing. They've lost some tents and a bit of wood. Whereas a human town, obviously if it were then to fall, they've lost years of construction and tradition and history. And the orcs don't lose any of that. They lose nothing. They literally just use some canvas, and that's it. Right, we need to go in. Send the trash down the middle with the Angmarim. We won't, unless the hour grows truly in need, we won't actually send in our general.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Some of you are getting out, though, aren't you? Please tell me some of you are getting out. Perfect maneuver. Bait and switch, and now the armor piercing are hitting them. You guys can run up to the center. Our archers are still peppering the middle, which is nice. A lot of the enemy is dying. Who is this here? Ah, Rudau Hillman. You fight for the wrong side! Down your weapons! Side with the king! We will see your lands returned. Now do get a good look at this Morgul Chosen design, because of course it's not going to be in the game as of 2.3. Well, it is, because it is the exact look of the Morgul Chosen. The only difference is they have that symbol on their shields. The armor that they are wearing is just the armor of the Morgul Chosen. But the Witch Realm units, I know I don't think it's been categorically said yet, but they are being cut. They are coming out of the game entirely. Angmar is going to be a very, very human-based faction with 4 orc units, all of which are mounted. And to be honest, I think it's an excellent change. Absolutely brilliant change. Because you still get orcs, but you just don't get any ground orcs. Who are you over there? Snow Orc Spears, there you go. Some hillmen over there to mop up. You come round up the northern side. What are we doing? 50% of them have died. The enemy general is down.
They have lost half their men.
Chase him to the center. En masse. Really, it's a bit of a cluster gathering, really, now, isn't it? We're just surrounding the buggers. Oh, they're dying so quickly now that their leader's gone down. Even the goblins, the crappy goblins we've hired from the mountains, are doing well. I mean, we'd have even more goblins if the backstabbing scum that occupy the Vale were not so backstabbing and scum-like. The Anduin will be utterly destroyed for their transgression against our campaign expansion. The gall, the absolute gall, to stand an army by and watch as Orc takes on Orc. And no, they did exactly what they should do. Black Shield Archers, our faction leader's brother, took down the most. Well done indeed. I don't know what that is a depiction of, I'm afraid. There's some greens in there, and there's a lot of blue. This guy over here looks like a dwarf. I have no idea. I mean, I wouldn't even begin to guess. There's a fair amount of cavalry, but it could be anything. I mean, he's got a horn though, so is it maybe the coming of the All and the Rohirrim, or is it a representation of Gondor? Who knows? I certainly don't. Someone might. Oh, we're out of money, aren't we? Of course.
No sleeping here.
We won't be in a moment. We've just got a new town. Oh, we can get roads. It's going to take a long time to get them, but we can get them. Once we take Shadoon as well, then they'll line up.
We have completed an objective.
The money will flow into our coffers.
Ready.
You there, scout. Where are you off to?
Hurry up.
We come to more lands of Angmar. Udinoriath is theirs, the lowlands of Rudawa and the Ettenmoors are theirs. They also have the borderlands. And Rachang. That's annoying. Oh, and even Oyelad. Christ, they do have a lot. Their army will come. From the shadows, the fog of war will bring forth the Angmarim in force. But that is not yet upon us. The lore video idea, of course, was met with great acceptance, and I would hope to do the first one in the week after Christmas, because I have that whole week off. I'm busy pretty much every weekend now until Christmas, of course, as many families are. I've got a bit of time, actually, in 2 weeks. On the Sunday, I think. Depending on how I feel, I might do it then. I don't know who the first one will be. No idea. I just wanted to gauge interest. Oh, practice range. Archers.
No sleeping here.
Oh, I can't get there. Yeah, take them with you.
Pick your feet up.
I'm already losing money. Mirkwood and Lorien. Oh, and Angmar are coming back for their...
Listen up.
what they feel to be rightfully theirs.
Objective complete.
Which is, of course, folly. It's rightfully
No
ours.
sleeping here. Objective complete. Objective complete. We have
The army should probably go back. Mop up those... well, mop up that army specifically. But it depends where it goes. If it goes south, the armies here will be able to handle it. If it stays around Carn, we will need to deal with it. And as we're at the point now where when we cross the river, we're going into territories where the towns are crap villages with nothing going for them whatsoever. So I don't know. We'll build that tower and bring him back, and you might as well go over there and build the tower.
objective complete.
And then we'll bring you back, and then we'll go on from there. We'll see where to go from there. Dwarves, of course, are one of our victory conditions, so there is no reason why, once we've taken down Angmar, we should keep pressing west. And then once the dwarves are dealt with, we can then come back and deal with the other dwarves, and then, of course, see where the Khazad-dum are by that time. And if we can establish a forward training position somewhere in northern Eriador, like, if we could get... Garth Heligoth's a bit too far forward, really. Oh, you...
They're attacking the camp.
Oh, they're going for even the smaller armies. Take your time about it. I mean, why not go even a little bit slower? Let's have some tea and biscuits before we start this. Idiots.
Pull back. We must pull back.
Why are Angmar not grouping their army into one? If they group together, they've got enough to challenge us. They won't win, but they can challenge us.
Get ready for fighting.
And instead, they're going to stand around like morons. Right, we're going home.
Sleeping here.
As many of you I expected thought. You and you stay behind.
Oh! Listen up.
Regroup, you louts.
Oh, they're going to attack Khazad-dum actually, aren't they?
Sleeping here. Objective complete. Pick your feet up.
Come and build me a tower on top of that.
Objective complete.
Mirkwood and Lothlorien. That is interesting, isn't it? People have reported that bug to me a few times, in that there's a script that keeps Mirkwood and Lothlorien at war, but I'm not getting any message that says they're not at war. I'm just getting the repeat message that they are constantly going to war again and again and again and again, but they were never not at war, so I'm not sure what's going on there, really. But that is actually where I'm going to end this episode. I'm going to go and enjoy the breakfast, as aforementioned in the video. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the channel still, to be honest. And stay tuned, of course, for there'll be Developer Diary coming soon, because there's a lot going on. And then, as I say, once Gundabad is kind of actually set, I will do a faction overview for Gundabad, and then beyond that, we will do these lore meet faction meets DaC lore videos about the factions of Middle-earth, which is I'm looking forward to a lot, actually. I don't know where we'll start with that one either, but that will come soon too. So that's the kind of overview of the channel at the moment, and where we're heading and where we're going. And I hope you'll stick around. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navarna den Perimad Melunin, and farewell.